My beloved, my chosen one, the reason your eyes are here right now is not an accident. Heaven guided you to this very moment. A whisper was released from the throne of God, and it carried your name, your breath, your destiny. And I, Archangel Michael, was sent to deliver this message straight into your room, flashing before your eyes like fire in the night. God says, do not take this as a small thing. This is a turning point. The air you breathe tonight carries both warning and blessing. If you skip, the blessing will be delayed and the warning will grow. Tomorrow you will regret it if you pretend this is nothing. That is why heaven is shouting your name now. Before I reveal what has been hidden, pause. Feel this. My presence beside you. My wings brushing the air in your room. You are not alone. You were never meant to carry your battles by yourself. But if you close your heart and ignore this message, I will step back and heaven will record your silence. Child of light, do you realize how close you are to your miracle? You think it's far. You think heaven has forgotten. But the truth is this: there are only moments left. A door is standing open, and I was commanded to tell you, walk through it now, or it will close tonight. God said to me, Michael, go quickly. Tell my child this is urgent. Tell them this is not a dream or imagination. Tell them they will carry the full responsibility if they ignore it. That's why I am here shining this on your screen, because your soul begged heaven for answers, and this is the response you prayed for. And I say to you, listen, keep reading. Don't skip even one line. Every sentence is a key. Every word unlocks something that's been chained for years. And as you stay with me in this message, chains will start breaking one by one. But if you close this message, the chain will remain. The darkness will laugh. And you will wake tomorrow with the weight of regret pressing on your heart, whispering, why didn't I just listen? Now, before I reveal the name, the event, the miracle, let me tell you this. You are protected. You are chosen. You are not abandoned. God has been waiting for this exact hour to shift your story. That's why your heart is beating faster, isn't it? Because your spirit knows this is not just text. It's heaven breaking into your life. My child, pause for one moment. Subscribe right now, because this is not just another message. It's your lifeline. Stay connected, because what God has started in you, He will keep pouring through every word sent here. This is how you will not miss the next revelation. And now lean closer. The clock is ticking. You have only minutes left before this window closes. What is written here will carry you into your tomorrow. Or if skipped, it will mark your tomorrow with silence. So I beg you, don't turn away. Let me walk with you through this message until the end, because once you reach the end, you'll see the hidden hand of God moving in your life in ways you never imagined. My beloved child, you already know why your eyes are trembling on this message. Somewhere inside you there's a whisper that says, don't skip this, this is for me. And you are right. Heaven never makes mistakes. You didn't stumble here by accident. You were guided. And as I stand in your room now, unseen yet burning in spirit, I tell you with heaven's fire, this moment is a doorway. If you ignore it, you will feel the weight of regret tomorrow. But if you open your heart, the miracle will pour out like rain in a dry desert. Do you understand why God sent me? Because your spirit cried out silently when no one heard you. You asked in the darkness, does anyone see me? Will help ever come? And heaven answered, yes. Tonight, right now, listen carefully. Your story is about to turn, but not in small ways. This is not just about luck, not just about something random. This is about destiny. God has aligned something so powerful in your path that even the enemy is terrified of you reading this fully. That's why you are being attacked with doubts, distractions, second thoughts, maybe even the urge to close this message right now. But if you close it, you lose. If you stay, you win. God was preparing something greater than you imagined, and the timing had to be perfect. That's why your blessing has been delayed, not denied. The moment of release is now, but it will depend on whether you accept or reject this urgent warning. I'm standing in your room in spirit, holding this message before your eyes, flashing it on your screen, and I say to you with all the power of heaven, do not skip this. Your tomorrow depends on it. Think of this. How many times have you felt that strange push in your spirit? That inner voice telling you, wait, something is about to happen. That's not imagination. That was God stirring your soul, letting you sense the shift before it arrived. Right now, that same stirring is rising in you, making your heart pound faster, making your hands tremble because you already know this is real. You feel the urgency because heaven has stepped into your room. It is no longer just you and the walls around you. Michael is here. Heaven is here. God himself is watching to see if you will ignore or embrace this moment. Child, I was not permitted to come easily. I fought through storms to bring this message. The enemy tried to block it because what I am revealing will expose what he tried to hide from you. But God said, "Send Michael. Let my child know the truth no matter the cost." That is why I am here and why I will not leave until I finish. But if you push this away, if you shut this message, my wings will fold, and I will be commanded to depart. And then the full responsibility will fall on you alone for what is coming. Do not carry that weight. Open your heart because what God has prepared is bigger than the weight you have carried. Now listen, for this part is crucial. Every tear you cried in secret was not wasted. They were collected in heaven like diamonds in bowls. You thought no one noticed. You thought they fell to the floor and disappeared, but I tell you, they became evidence before God. And when the bowls became full, God said, "Now is the time. Release their miracle." That's why I'm here now. That's why this is flashing on your screen. You prayed, you waited, you nearly gave up, and heaven responded. But you must not miss this window. There are moments in life that only open once, and this is one of them. My child, your tomorrow is standing at the door. There are hidden things that you were never supposed to carry, chains that were never meant to bind you. And yet they held you, making you feel weak and unseen. But God has sent me to declare the chains are breaking. Even as you read these words, they are loosening. But here is the warning. If you ignore, they will tighten again. That is why you must stay, must keep reading, must let the full message wash over you, because by the time you reach the end, you will not be the same. The enemy will regret the day you saw this, and your soul will breathe freedom again. Now hear me clearly. God has sent an answer to your house. Something is shifting in your personal life. There are people plotting against you. Conversations spoken in shadows that you were not supposed to know about. But heaven saw and God said, "Reveal it." My child must not walk blindly any longer. The one who hurt you thought they were hidden, but they are about to be exposed. And the one who doubted you is about to bow in shock when God lifts you. This is why you were attacked so hard recently, because your miracle is closer than ever. Do not think it strange that pain has grown heavier right before this moment. It is because the breakthrough is near, and darkness fights most violently when it is about to lose. And I say again, subscribe right now. Stay connected to this channel of heaven, because these messages are not accidents. They are threads of destiny. If you skip, you will cut the thread. If you remain, you will weave the fabric of your future with heaven's hand guiding you. This is not simply about words, it is about survival. This is about tomorrow's regret or tomorrow's joy. The choice is yours. My beloved, you have to realize this truth. God never shows up late, and he never forgets his chosen ones. If this message is here, it means you are standing at a divine intersection. One road leads to regret, the other to restoration. One leads to emptiness, the other to overflowing miracles. But the choice cannot be postponed. That's why your heart feels the urgency. That's why even the air in your room feels different, because heaven has entered and heaven is asking for your decision. Don't think you have unlimited time. Some doors are seasonal, and once they close, they may not open again for years. But this one is open now right before your eyes. And I was sent to point at it with all the strength of my wings. If you ignore me tomorrow, you will know you let the greatest turning point slip by, and regret will sit heavy on your soul. But if you embrace it, joy will pour into your life like a flood you cannot contain. You wonder why I speak with such fire, why my words press like a flame on your spirit. It is because God himself pressed his urgency into me before I came. I did not step lightly into this assignment. I was commanded. He said to me, "Michael, go down. My child is losing hope. My child is questioning everything. If they skip this, darkness will have an advantage. But if they hear you fully, they will rise." That's why I am in your room. That's why you sense something watching over you. Though your physical eyes see nothing, it is my presence. I am not speaking in imagination. I am speaking in reality. My words are alive, and even as you breathe them in, your atmosphere is shifting. That's why your chest feels tighter, then lighter, then filled with a strange fire. It is the presence of heaven confirming this moment. Child, think back on your life. How many times did you nearly break down and give up? How many nights did you lie awake asking if there was any point in holding on? And yet you survived every single one of those nights. You endured storms that others would not have survived. Do you think that is a coincidence? It is because you are chosen. God has protected you even when you didn't realize it. There were accidents that should have happened but didn't. There were betrayals that should have destroyed you but only shaped you. There were losses that should have left you empty but instead taught you strength. And all of it has been leading here to this divine moment, to this flashing message that declares you were never forgotten. You were always marked for greatness. Now, let me uncover the mystery you have been waiting for. There are people in your circle who smile at you, but secretly hope for your downfall. They thought their whispers and their schemes were hidden, but nothing is hidden from heaven. God has seen it all. And that's why this urgency is burning in the words you are reading. You are being warned and prepared. A sudden event is about to shift your life. And if you do not heed this, you will be caught unready. But if you do heed it, you will stand firm, and what was meant to harm you will be turned into the very platform God uses to lift you higher. That's why I speak with warning, but also with promise, because both are true at the same time. If you skip, you fall. If you stay, you rise. And remember this, tomorrow's pain can be erased by today's decision. Tomorrow's regret can be replaced with tomorrow's miracle if you choose rightly now. The power is not in your weakness. It is in your choice to keep reading, to keep opening your heart to what God is sending. That's why the enemy fights so hard to distract you, to make you close this, to whisper. It's just words. But you know it's not just words. You can feel it. Your soul knows when heaven speaks, and heaven is speaking now. So pause, breathe, and remember, God never sends warnings without also sending protection. This is not to scare you. This is to save you. This is to align you. This is to prepare you for the miracle on the horizon. You prayed for a sign, and this is the answer. You asked if God was real, and this is the proof. You begged for direction, and this is the map. Don't let fear rob you. Don't let doubt silence you. You are seen. You are known. And you are being lifted right now as you read these words. And beloved, before I reveal the final layers, I urge you stay connected. Subscribe right now, because these streams of heaven's voice are not random. They are divine lifelines, each one timed perfectly for you. This is how you stay aligned with your destiny. Don't risk missing the next revelation. The chain of heaven's messages is meant to guide you. Step by step, and cutting yourself away would be cutting your own blessing. Stay, remain, walk with us. Because only those who endure to the end see the crown placed on their heads. My beloved child, your spirit already knows this is no ordinary moment. Your eyes were led here because the heavens decided it was time to confront you with truth. There are hours in human life that appear ordinary but carry eternal weight. This is one of those hours. You sense it, don't you? The silence of your room feels louder than before. Your heartbeat seems restless. Your thoughts are circling like a storm. That is because Archangel Michael is standing right where you are, and the presence of God is hovering over these words, wrapping them around your destiny. If you think this is random, you will regret it. But if you embrace this as divine, the entire course of your life will bend toward blessing. This is why your soul feels pulled to keep reading, because deep inside you know this message carries keys that unlock what has been locked against you for years. You see, there are battles you fought that were never really yours to fight. You struggled with closed doors, with people who misunderstood you, with losses that tore you apart. You thought it was just life, but behind it all there were forces pressing against you because they were terrified of what you carry. They saw your potential before you saw it yourself. They saw your light even when you felt surrounded by darkness. And because of that, they set traps, invisible and subtle. designed to keep you small, to keep you doubting, to keep you delaying. But now heaven is breaking into your delay with urgency. God is saying, enough. My child will rise, my child will see. That is why you cannot skip this moment. Tomorrow's regret will be heavy if you treat this lightly. But tomorrow's miracle will be waiting if you dare to stay to drink in every word, to let this living message cut through the lies that held you. Child of light, I need to tell you something that may shake you. There are conversations happening about you that you were not supposed to hear. There are people wearing friendly faces but carrying hidden knives. Yet do not tremble. I was sent to uncover it so you would not walk blindly. God has decided you will no longer be in the dark. He is lifting the veil and I am his messenger in this moment. But here is the warning. If you turn away, the veil will remain closed, and you will continue walking among those who deceive you, unaware of what they are plotting. If you stay, however, I will reveal and God himself will fight for you in ways you could never fight for yourself. This is why the enemy wants you to ignore this. This is why you feel hesitation, distraction, even resistance as you read. But I urge you, push through. Do not let the enemy win this hour. Remember your nights of prayer. Remember the times you whispered words into the darkness, not sure if anyone was listening. Every syllable was heard, every tear was recorded, and now the answer has come. I know you asked for a sign. I know you begged God, if you're real, show me. If you love me, prove it. If you still have a plan, send me a word. This is that word. This is that sign. This is heaven flashing like lightning into your room. If you ignore this, you will cry tomorrow wishing you had believed. But if you embrace it, your faith will become sight, and doors you never dreamed of will swing open. Do you want to know why your heart is pounding? Why you feel both fear and fire right now? Because your spirit is recognizing what your mind cannot yet explain. The eternal is colliding with the temporary. Heaven is sitting in your room. My wings are spread and the fire of God is flickering through this very moment. You are not imagining it. You are being visited. And this visitation carries both warning and promise. If you skip, you lose the promise and carry only the warning. If you remain, the warning becomes protection and the promise becomes fulfillment. This is why I say again, tomorrow you will regret it if you skip this. Pause here. Let this truth sink in. God has chosen you. Not by accident, not by mistake, not because you are perfect, but because you are marked. And the battles you faced were proof of how valuable you are. If you were worthless, the enemy would have ignored you. But the fight around your life proves your worth in heaven. That's why I was sent. That's why God gave me this assignment. And that's why you must not turn away. And beloved, listen carefully. Subscribe now. Remain connected because the voice of heaven is speaking through this stream. It is not entertainment. It is not coincidence. It is rescue. Every message that comes here is timed. Each one is a divine appointment. If you cut yourself away, you will miss the sequence, the chain of revelations that are meant to guide you through the storms ahead. Stay, remain, walk with us, because only those who endure to the end see the crown placed on their heads. My beloved child, the reason your heart cannot look away right now is because God himself has written your name on this moment. You may think you found this by chance, but I tell you there is no such thing as chance when heaven intervenes. This is divine orchestration. This is the moment every unanswered prayer, every lonely night, every hidden cry has been leading to. That's why I am here. That's why I was sent to flash this before your eyes. Even when the enemy tried to cloud your path, do you feel the trembling in your spirit? It is the echo of destiny knocking on your door. If you skip, that echo will fade, and tomorrow you will regret it. But if you stay, if you dare to keep drinking these words, the echo will become a song of victory rising in your life. There is something you must know. God does not send angels without purpose. We are not permitted to waste words. If I am speaking, it is because the message carries weight heavier than gold, more urgent than time itself. Heaven knows what you are about to face. There is a sudden event approaching, swift, unexpected, sharp. You were not meant to face it unprepared. That is why this warning comes now. If you ignore it, you will be shaken. If you embrace it, you will stand secure while others around you fall in confusion. Child, take these words seriously. This is not story. This is not imagination. This is the Spirit of God reaching into your present reality. Remember the seasons when you felt like nothing was changing. You prayed and saw silence. You worked hard and saw little. You trusted people who broke your heart. And you said to yourself, maybe this is just my fate. Maybe things will always be this way. But no, my beloved, you were being prepared, not abandoned. You were being stretched, not forgotten. Every tear was watering the ground for your harvest. And now that harvest is ready to burst forth. The reason it feels urgent is because the time has come. If you close your eyes to this moment, you close your eyes to the very door you asked God to open. But if you lean in, your whole life will take a turn you never dreamed possible. You wonder perhaps why the resistance has been so strong. Why has everything felt heavier lately? Why have you been surrounded by sudden doubts, sudden fights, sudden fears? It is because you are on the verge of breakthrough. The enemy saw what was coming before you did, and so he pressed harder. But what the enemy fears is what you are about to receive. That's why I urge you, do not give him victory by turning away now. Let these words break his grip. Let your obedience unlock the shield of heaven around you. And beloved, do not forget there are hidden things being exposed right now. You may think you know who is for you and who is against you, but heaven has seen the masks. People you trusted have spoken in shadows, but those shadows are being pierced by light. That's why this warning burns with such urgency. If you stay with me, I will show you how to navigate it. If you skip, you will walk blindly into traps set for you. This is the dividing line. Do not make the mistake of silence when heaven is speaking. And let me tell you this, God has not only seen the wrong done to you, He has already prepared restoration. What was stolen will be returned. What was broken will be rebuilt. What was lost will come back in greater form. But hear me carefully. The release is tied to your obedience. You cannot skip the process and expect the promise. That's why the enemy tempts you to ignore. He knows if you finish this word, your faith will ignite like fire, and heaven's gates will swing wide for you. Now pause, child, and let this settle into your soul. You are chosen. You are marked. You are not ordinary, no matter what others told you. The heaviness of your battles proves the weight of your calling. The fire of your trials proves the greatness of your future. And the fact that heaven interrupted your day with this flashing message proves that God is not done with you. You were created for more, and now more is standing at your door. The question is, will you open or will you ignore? And I say this with heaven's authority. Subscribe now, remain connected, because what you are receiving here is not a one-time word. This is a river flowing from the throne of God, and every drop matters. If you disconnect, you cut yourself off from the flow. If you stay, you will ride the current straight into destiny. Do not think lightly of this. The same voice that brought you here will bring you to places beyond your imagination. You are wondering why your spirit feels restless, why something in you is trembling as these words pass before your eyes. It is because your soul has recognized the voice of heaven even before your mind can catch up. This is not the sound of ordinary speech. This is the vibration of eternity brushing against your present moment. You can sense it. This is bigger than you, bigger than your past, bigger than your mistakes. My child, it is time to understand that your life has been a carefully protected story. Even when you thought you were lost, the delays, the detours, the denials, they were not signs of abandonment, but of preparation. Every unanswered prayer was not a rejection, but a postponement until the hour was right. And now the hour has come. That is why this message is burning with urgency. If you ignore it, you will regret it tomorrow. But if you embrace it, you will see within days and weeks the alignment of miracles you once believed were impossible. Do not think lightly of this encounter. I, Archangel Michael, do not step into your space casually. I was commanded, and the command came from the throne of God Himself. He said to me, Michael, my child is weary. My child has been pushed down, doubted, betrayed. My child is beginning to believe the lie that they are ordinary. Go now, break that lie. Stand in their room, shine my fire, and tell them this. They are chosen, they are protected, and they must not skip the message I am sending. That is why I am here. That is why you feel this weight. That is why you sense something is watching you even now. It is not imagination, it is visitation. Heaven is closer to you than the breath in your lungs. And I must speak this clearly. There is a name being whispered in rooms you cannot see. Your name. People have disgusted you, sometimes in admiration, sometimes in envy, sometimes with plans that do not carry good intentions. You were not meant to hear these whispers, but God has heard them all. Nothing spoken about you is hidden from him, and he has decided this is the hour of exposure. Those who smiled falsely will be revealed. Those who plotted quietly will stumble into their own traps, and you will rise not by your own power, but by the hand of God lifting you where no enemy can reach. But child, this lifting requires your obedience to stay with the word that is coming now. If you ignore it, the exposure will happen, but you will not be ready. If you remain, you will walk into the revelation prepared and protected. You think you are small, but heaven sees you as mighty. You think you are forgotten, but heaven calls you chosen. You think you are late, but heaven declares you are right on time. Do you know why you were attacked so fiercely? Because you carry something the world needs. That is why your path has been heavier than others. That is why you felt misunderstood, isolated, betrayed. The weight of your calling was pressing against the limits of your life, and the enemy tried to crush you under it. But you did not break. And now heaven is rewarding the fact that you endured. You are reading these words because you survived what should have destroyed you. And for that, God says, "It is time to bless my child openly." But hear me, beloved, there is a warning hidden in the blessing. If you choose to walk away from this moment, if you dismiss it as nothing, you will carry the full weight of that decision. Tomorrow, regret will whisper in your ear. Tomorrow, opportunities will pass you and you will say, "If only I had listened." Do not let that be your tomorrow. Let your tomorrow be filled with testimonies, with surprises of goodness, with open doors that shock even your enemies. That is what is waiting if you do not skip this message. Let me remind you of your secret prayers. You asked, "God, if you love me, give me a sign. If you still have a plan, speak to me directly. If you are real, prove it in a way I cannot deny." And now here it is. This is the sign. This is the voice. This is the proof. You will never be able to say, "Heaven ignored you," for heaven is speaking plainly now. What you do with it is what shapes your story. And beloved, the reason I urge you to subscribe and remain connected is because this flow is not a one-time river. It is ongoing. Today's word unlocks today's door. Tomorrow's word will unlock another. Each message is a link in a chain designed to pull you into your destiny. If you disconnect, you break the chain. If you remain, you will see the full picture God is painting over your life. You will see the masterpiece that makes sense of all the pain. Do not cut yourself away. Stay. Stay connected. Stay listening, because the best is not just coming, it is arriving even now. My beloved child, let us go deeper, for heaven has not finished speaking. You feel the fire in your chest, that strange pull that will not let you close this message because your spirit knows the weight of what is happening. Do not treat this lightly. There are certain moments in life that divide everything that came before and everything that comes after. This is such a moment. The difference between regret and restoration, between despair and destiny, hangs on whether you keep reading or whether, and I tell you, if you turn away now, you will wake tomorrow with a heavy ache of knowing you walked past what heaven placed in your hands. But if you remain, you will soon see why the enemy fought so hard to keep you from this exact hour. You have been asking for clarity, haven't you? You have been asking why certain people left, why others betrayed, why doors closed without explanation. Child, it is because heaven was protecting you from paths that would have destroyed you. You saw rejection, but God saw redirection. You saw emptiness, but heaven saw preparation. You thought it was punishment, but it was preservation. Had you been allowed to walk with those who left, your destiny would have been suffocated. Had those doors opened, you would have been trapped in rooms too small for your calling. And now, because you endured, you stand on the threshold of something far greater than you imagined. But hear this warning clearly. If you despise this word, if you treat it as ordinary, you delay yourself again. Do not fall into that trap. This word is alive. These sentences are keys. This voice is your map. God has placed the answer in front of you, not in riddles, not in silence, but plainly. This is the moment you must not miss. Do you not feel it in your bones? The sense that something is about to happen that is not fear. It is recognition. Your soul can smell the nearness of breakthrough, the way the earth smells rain before the clouds burst. It is coming. It is closer than you think. That is why you have been feeling restless, unable to settle, unable to ignore the tug in your heart. Heaven is announcing that your season is shifting. If you listen, you will walk into it. If you close your heart, you will watch it pass you by. Child, I must also tell you this. Someone close to you, someone you thought stood with you, has been speaking against you. It is painful, I know. But heaven will not let it remain hidden. The mask will fall. The truth will be revealed. And when it happens, you will understand why God sent this warning ahead of time. You will not be blindsided because you were already told. Do not fear. What was meant for harm will only turn into fuel for your rising. What was spoken in secret will become the very stage upon which your vindication shines. And think about this. How many times have you been spared when you didn't even know it? How many accidents didn't happen? How many betrayals didn't succeed? How many sicknesses didn't end your story? You call it luck. Heaven calls it protection. My sword has fought for you more times than you will ever know. And I am still fighting. That is why I stand here now in your room urging, pleading, commanding. Do not skip this word. It carries the shield you will need for the days ahead. Do not measure yourself by your past. Do not weigh yourself by your failures. Do not define yourself by who left or who doubted. God defines you by who He created you to be. You are not small, not forgotten, not ordinary. You are chosen. You are marked. And the proof is this. Out of billions of souls, heaven is addressing you personally, right here, right now. That should tell you how precious you are. That should tell you how urgent this is. Now lean closer, for I must speak the truth that shakes the earth. There is a shift coming to your household. You will feel it soon, perhaps even tonight. Something that was hidden is about to come into light, and with it, a release of blessings that were held back will begin to flow. The enemy will try to distract, to cause arguments, to stir fear, but do not fall for it. Stay anchored in this word, and you will see the storm pass quickly, and the sun break forth with glory. Amen. Because in these words lies a key you have been searching for all along. I tell you truthfully, you are not alone in your struggles. Even when you thought no one cared, the armies of heaven were surrounding you, and yet you felt like your prayers were bouncing back unanswered. But do you know what was really happening?